Welcome back to the third episode of the Viking Horn podcast, brought to you by myself, Kennedy, and Nick. And today we are with the girls' second place basketball team. So, if you guys want to introduce yourselves with your name and position you guys played this year. So.
I'm Ellie Thompson. I was a guard.
I'm Todd. I'm a guard.
I'm Coco Urlacher, and I'm like a guard.
All right, so it's now been a full week since you guys went to the state tournament. And how does it feel bringing back such a, great trophy, and how are you guys settling in after that?
I think it was great to see the whole community kind of just rallied around us, seeing how many people came, and just knowing that we brought that back here and that everyone's backing us and supporting us. It just feels great to know that we did it for someone more than ourselves. I think so.
Yeah, I didn't know, we didn't know how many people were going to be at the game. We didn't know, if it was going to be like last year, there were 3 buses full. So we were kind of all, nervous and, are people going to come to the game? But it was, really great to see, a full student section and people just supporting us, and I was really happy with it.
Yeah, last year I don't think we had as many people, but it was really cool because I think we had a lot of support this year, and just kind of winning the first one and then everybody coming back the second day.
Yeah, getting to the state championship.
Yeah, getting to the state championship, that was just insane. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I bet that's a great feeling. Now, I have to admit, Saturday was one of my first times being in a basketball environment, and I realized there's a lot of noise coming from the crowd. Sometimes it's not so positive. How do you guys stay focused? Are there certain mental techniques? Tell me.
That was something we talked about before the game. We were in the locker room, we were there's a ton of noise, obviously, during basketball games, and we were the only noise that matters is what's right here. It's only this circle, so just focusing on that. And one thing that we did a lot better during the end of the season was huddling.
Yeah.
And so that majorly helped us during a dead ball, huddling and kind of settling ourselves down. That kind of blocks out the other extra stuff. So.
Right.
Yeah, and I think we kind of just, as you go on in that environment, you just tune everything out. You're so zoned in on everything happening on the court. You're really only paying attention to each other, to the refs, trying to seek out your coach and everything, and especially the huddles. I think midway through the season we were okay, we got to do this, and we kind of stuck with that, and it really helped.
Yeah, we started losing games because we're just all being so negative at each other, and when things would go wrong, we would just yell at each other, and we were we can't do that. And once we started being positive and picking each other up, in the Lions game, we all just it all kind of clicked. And then we practiced with the crowd noise at Bradley, and it kind of helped us to kind of listen to what Han's saying, or what plays he's calling, trying to help us.
Coco played booing noises. And
yeah, and we were shooting free throws. I was playing booing noises.
Yeah, and then before the state championship, they were yelling things at us. So then when we were shooting free throws the day before the state championship, we were yelling them at each other.
Right. Yeah. That's great. That's great. Those are great. Coco, you got a lot of attention on the first day.
Yeah.
IHSA posted a video about you. You were getting interviewed. Do you think that maybe played into your performance the next day? And do you think there were maybe a little more eyes on you?
I really wasn't expecting it. I just didn't think till after the game I didn't really realize what happened, because when I shot the shot
Yeah.
I didn't really realize it went in until the game was still going.
Right.
And I got a lot of just a lot of stuff on my Instagram and Twitter and stuff, and just a lot of people talking about me, and it just kind of made me feel very seen, and it made me feel a lot better. And I was really happy that I was able to lead our team to a win that we so desperately needed, because we just all really don't like Loyola. So
Yeah.
It was really important for me personally to beat them, because we were 0-3 against them for whenever we would play them. And I was we cannot lose to this team, and it was we have to kind of win kind of thing. And I was just yeah, I don't know how to describe it. I was just kind of possessed. I don't know. It sounds really stupid, but I was just in this mindset where I was just we can't lose this game.
Yeah.
I didn't really care what the circumstances were. I just wanted to win the game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did that affect the team at all, or?
I think that
Yeah.
did, because
Well,
she came out
yeah.
and she was we're not losing this game. We're not losing this game. We are not losing this game. And she just kept on saying it. And she was just convinced that we were not losing this game. And when Ella fouled out and then I fouled out and I was sitting down, I was
Yeah,
Oh, crap.
We were down by
Yeah.
9 with under
Yeah,
a minute
and I was
left.
so scared, and I was like,
you would never
my
think.
hopes were dropping, and Coco kept saying, like, we're not losing this game, we're not losing this game. She did not let us lose that game. She decided we weren't, and she made it happen, so.
Yeah,
awesome.
and
Yeah,
she,
yeah.
like you made the rest of us believe too.
Mhm.
Like sitting on the bench, oh my god, that was so painful. Like for me not being able to play, but I think like her attitude during that game, like she made me trust my teammates so much. Like, I think we knew like no matter what happened before the end of that game, we were gonna come out on top. So
Yeah, and we were so proud of those like 5 on the court, especially like Coco. It was so awesome to see.
I was trying to tell everyone like before the game, just like, hey, we're winning this game, to kind of like get in everyone's minds, and then like just saying that over and over again kind of like makes you believe in yourself even more.
Right.
And then like when I don't even know what happened, but like they like turned it over, something happened. I just kind of felt like this like energy, and that's like an energy you feel when you're not gonna like when you're gonna win or when you're gonna lose. And I never like felt the losing energy, so I was like, I'll be okay.
Yeah, when we talked with the football guys, they said like false confidence that kind of pushed them. Was that kind of?
Yeah, it was kind of like even if you don't believe it, you can still say it. Like I believed it in the Loyola game, but I was like I was still saying it, even if sometimes I was like, oh, like they're kind of getting away from us. I was like, we're gonna win. Like don't worry about every huddle. I was like, we're gonna win. Like play together the whole time.
Right. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, and yeah, I know you guys just said, but fouling out, I mean, that's something that, you know, I don't think you guys either has that happened to you this season, or I don't think so. So how does that kind
All
of...
three of you.
Yeah, all three of them.
At the beginning of the season, happened a lot to me, but then we got past that.
How do you guys, like, is it good to know that you have people that support, that you guys have trust in, that if something like this happens, which obviously it doesn't often, that you're okay with letting people, like, come in and you have confidence in them?
Yeah, I think like knowing that that your teammates have your back. Like, I mean, we're all out for the same goal, so it obviously sucks not being out there and fouling out, but knowing that they've got your back. And I mean, we were so loud on the bench too. Like, you do what you can. So, and still having that energy. Like, there's still a way you can affect the game from the bench. So.
And in huddles, you can like say what you can to like your teammates and pick them up.
Because sometimes you have a different point of view if you're on the bench from when you're in the game. So if you know
for
something, you can say, hey, like do this instead of if you're just on the court.
But when I saw Ella fall out, I was like right by her and I went to pick her up. I saw like fear straight across her face. Like her mouth was dropped, her eyes were like
People
wide
in the
open.
crowd told me that.
Oh
after
my
the
gosh!
game.
Like that
You were,
up
like,
close
in
visual,
disbelief.
I was in disbelief.
Yeah.
I still have a headache from getting hit.
But then like
But,
Gracie went in and like we really do have confidence. Like I think we have what's nice is we have a really deep bench and we do have confidence in like all of those girls. They're all really solid players.
As teammates, when you're out there and your teammate gets fouled out, how do you feel? How do you get over? Is there like a little mental struggle there? How do you get over that?
It's kind of like a hump. Like when Ella fouled out, I was kind of like, me personally, I was like, oh my god, like, because Ella's like she does like everything. Like it was like a really like a lock-in moment. But when Ella fouled out, I was kind of like, it's okay. Like I think we'll be fine, because we were with them the whole game. And we've been in situations before where Ella has fouled out and we still won the game, and then like Ellie was still in.
Foul out this
Or you didn't foul out. No, you didn't foul out.
Foul trouble.
She was in
I
foul
foul
trouble.
out.
My bad. She was in foul trouble, and we still had to like stay with the team.
Yeah.
And then when Ellie fouled out, I was like, I kind of had like an oh crap moment. But it was like I never really got like worried. Like I was always fine. But like it's still like you obviously want them on the court if you're trying to win a game.
Yeah, I don't know, in the championship game when you fouled out, I didn't even like until they took you out and you were sitting for a minute. I didn't even realize you had your fifth.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point, like probably how she was in the Loyola game, like you're so locked into the game, you're so like I just want to win.
Yeah.
That it's like that stuff that's more like noise, if you will. So
You don't even realize sometimes.
yeah, you just get over it.
Also, from a sister standpoint, I know both of you have sisters on the team, so what kind of does that mean for you, not only as a teammate of them, but as a sister as well? How did that kind of translate, especially when I know Gracie came into the game for you guys too, so how does that kind of work?
I know. I was thinking about this at the beginning of the playoffs. I'm like, I only have like a few more games left with my sister. So that's another way. Like, one thing we talked about was just like having fun, like enjoying the moment. Like, going downstate is such an incredible experience. So, again, being with my sister, I was just like, I'm going to enjoy being out there with her. And, like, getting to see her in like those big moments, like hitting those free throws in the Loyola game and the
She really
Prospect
saved it.
game, like that's such a like I can't even express how proud I am of her. Like
Oh.
like it's just it's just a great thing to see, great experience.
Yeah, I've always loved, like, I still haven't, like, totally comprehended that I can't play with her again, but, you know, I'm so proud of her, and, like, that's my best friend, and, like, the past 3 years of playing with her have literally been the best in my life. Like, we've had our fights, we've chucked, like, basketballs at each other's faces.
Hair brushes.
Like, there was a hairbrush incident where I missed media day and was in the hospital, but, you know, we won't talk about that. But, you know, I'm so proud of her, and she's going so many places, and, like, I want to see her be better than me, and maybe she is, but I won't admit it. But, you know, I just can't wait to see where she goes, because, like, that's my baby sister, and, like, I love playing with her, so I can't wait to keep watching her.
I feel like
We're all gonna come back and watch games.
Yeah, oh my god, and we're gonna be even
I'm
louder
sure
than the bench.
Casey feels the same way about
Oh,
you. Like
yeah.
I feel like we look at them and we're like, yeah, that's my sister.
Mhm. Like, I get more excited about her moments. I remember it was, like, the Glenbar West game, and, like, I was, like, happy with, like, how I was playing, and then Greta hit an and one, and I got so excited, and I just, like, went straight up to her, and, like, my emotions, like, all came out. Like, I get most excited when she, like, does something, and I always, like, when she hits a three, I'm always like, yeah, burr! And, like, I don't know, I just go crazy. I love it.
I love that. Okay, I have to say, even like you guys have sisters on the team, but as a whole, I can tell that you guys are so close as a team. Like you've gone through a lot, obviously. I mean, tell me, what does that mean to you? Like being so close. Like how does that relate to actually playing?
I remember after we lost the championship game, Coco, he said something about like, yeah, like they got their ring, whatever,
Yeah.
but like I have my team. That's what she said, and that's like stuck with me. Like, yeah, like it sucks that we lost, but like think about where we got and like just having this time with this team. Like I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Yeah.
So just being with these girls, I think that's what means the most.
Yeah, I said I was like in the huddle right after we lost. I was like, you know, like we did well. Like they can have that ring, but I would never want to be on another team because, like, genuinely, I would rather lose every game with this team than whenever. Like, this team was so like we all bonded very well. We all like actually liked each other. Like me and Ella and Ellie have been played for 4 years straight. Like we were all on varsity, and it was like we all just like are very close, and we just felt like even though we lost, we still were very close and just really proud of each other.
And I think we've really been through hell and back with each other, so that's really connected us. But, you know, even Coco said, she's like, I wouldn't want to be on their team. Like, they were kind of yelling at each other as
Yeah,
good as,
they
like,
yelled at
Kemba
each
was,
other
but
a
they were
lot.
yelling at each other. And, like, no, we had positivity. We picked each other up. Like, we really love each other as a team. And I think, like, this season our team is connected so much. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like
I wouldn't trade it at all.
100%. Like I feel like when Yates passed, like it kind of made us all closer, and it kind of made us all just appreciate each other even more than like before.
Yeah.
I could tell he's kind of a motivation for you guys. What pushes you? I saw the little messages on your shoes. How does that help you in the game, you know, during those tough moments?
You know, that's what he wrote on the board. He was like FGBVE because
Yeah.
everybody hated Fremd. Maybe not
What
this
is
year's
that?
one. It means Fremd Girls Basketball versus everyone.
I love that.
Because the refs used to always be against us.
Every
Every
away
team
game
hated
would
us.
hate us.
Gosh, we were so hated. Maybe still are. I don't know. But it was like FGBVE, we over me. You know, all
just
these
feel like
things.
Yates
Being the Yates
Yeah,
strong,
Yates
and,
strong.
like the continuing his legacy that we have here.
Yeah, we just wanted to honor him, and I think that was also a part of our portion to that. But we were kind of carrying him with us on the court. So,
Yeah.
So, like, was there a particular moment where you guys, like, realized, oh, yeah, we got this, like, you know, we're all together, like, especially, like, a moment on the court, maybe at the state tournament?
I think when Coco hit that three, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we're winning this game. I was like, we're not losing after this.
Yeah.
Like, that meant we were winning.
There was so much momentum just from that shot that I was never worried about. Like after the game, like after I hit it, I was like, this game's not over. But like I knew after I hit it, like there was no like beating us. Like we were too confident, too much momentum, too much like togetherness. Like there's no beating us.
I think like during the season overall, like the moment we were really like we came together as a team, Lions game,
I was gonna say
and
that
it
too.
wasn't it was not our hottest game
Oh,
like
no.
by any means, but that was a game where we started. That's where we started like the constant huddles like during dead balls, and that was just a game where I think like we got down,
Yeah.
but we like clicked together and we I lost my train of thought. Like that's where we were down by a lot, but we started like
It all came
believing
together.
each other, like, and that's
Trusting
one
each
thing we
other.
needed in state. Yeah. So
Yeah, definitely Lions game. Like, I think we really came together as a team. Like, we were really connected at that point, and we trusted each other. But
We were also like enjoying like playing. Like,
Yeah.
Lions,
Yeah.
like
Right.
even though it was like a hard game, like we actually like were having fun while playing, which is like kind of what is the most important thing. I
and
think.
since Loyola game, after that, we did not lose until state championship. But I think after that, we were really like, okay, we got to get our crap
Yeah.
together. So then Lions was like our next big test, and we really showed like who we were there for
One of the top
and
teams, yeah.
and
As seniors, how do you guys take that role? Like, okay, guys, we got to do better. Like, this wasn't our best game. What like, especially, you know, you're growing up on the team. You started as freshmen, now you're seniors. What is it that you do, say? How do you motivate your team?
I think like as me like personally like, going throughout my years playing for Fremd, like I've become a lot more vocal, and like same with them too, and that's like a role we really had to take on as seniors. And I think like being out there on the court, the coaches obviously they're coaching us, but we got to coach ourselves too. Like we see things that they don't always see, so like I feel like for me, like I take responsibility to do whatever I can to help my team improve. So just giving people pointers but encouraging is the biggest thing.
Right.
For sure. So
Yeah, we're also all captains, so it's like you have to take the responsibility if your team's, you know, just not doing well or we're having like a bad practice. And we would always have huddles like if we're not doing well, like come on guys, like let's pick up this practice.
yeah. If
like,
we didn't have a huddle, or if we didn't start getting better, then we were running. So
Yeah. So we just tried to like come together and like work together. Also, us three as like leading our team. So
I think we know too. Like if we don't
we
have
know we're
energy,
playing better.
then it's just gonna go completely down.
yeah, we have to
like,
spread.
It's our job to start it.
Pick
like,
each other up, have positivity, definitely like stay encouraging the whole game, but also you do have to like kind of coach
Kinda get
each
on
other
a
and get on
little
each other. Yeah, like that's your role. It's not a mean thing. It's just like this is what you got to do.
Constructive
Exactly.
Constructive criticism.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that. Yeah.
I love that. Is basketball gonna stay a part of all of your lives? Are you know, you're all seniors. What's the next step?
Yeah, we're all playing in college.
We're all
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm playing at Rollins, so I'm excited for that.
Okay.
Florida, Utah.
I'm
Love
still
the
like
ones.
deciding, but I have after
gonna
my
kick
sta-
ass
after my
around
state
it.
game, I got a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see where you're gonna
Deservingly
go.
so. I
Yeah.
mean,
After my game, I was like, everyone was like blowing my phone up and like, oh, you're
That's
gonna
awesome.
get a bunch of calls. And
I
I, was
knew
like,
that.
thank you. I hope so. But yeah.
So you guys obviously being seniors, and not only seniors, but being part of the program for 3-4 years on varsity, what kind of are you guys looking toward, like, leave for the younger players that are on
People
your
like
team?
yeah, I know. Like actually though.
Yeah, we kind of did. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I love like. There's nothing I love more than seeing the little feeder girls,
Mm-hmm.
like at the games and seeing them after, and they like know our names and
Asking for pictures.
that asking for pictures. Like that is the coolest thing to me, because like seeing how much they look up to us and seeing like how big of an impact we've had on them. Like, not like directly, not like trying to. Like we're just playing the game that we love,
Yeah.
but seeing how much it impacts them. That's just. Yeah, I just hope that they come up and they continue like this culture at Fremd.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and even when I was like a little feeder girl, I was looking up to all the Fremd girls like so much, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're so cool, I want to be you. And like Emily Clay, exactly, she was my role model. I like tried to watch her all the time. I was like, she's so good.
Yeah.
Like I want to be that player. And I think like we really are like kind of portraying like how they want to be when they grow up, and this is like what if you work hard enough, like you can get here, like you can go downstate, like it's a reality, and I think it really pushes them for it.
Yeah.
So-
Just being role models and trying to be like set a good example for like the younger kids who want to like be on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ellie Todd fans.
Yeah. Fans.
That's awesome.
So individually, as you guys move on to the next chapter, playing basketball in college, what would you say is each of you, your best moment in the Fremd basketball program that will stick with you forever?
I got it. What's it called? It was my sophomore year, and we were playing Barrington, and I hit 7 threes, and like that was my biggest game. And I was like, and the year before we didn't get to go into the conference championship, the MSL championship, because we lost to Barrington once, and then we beat them once, and we lost them in their gym. So then we beat them our sophomore year in their gym, and it was so fun to see their faces and kick their ass. But yeah.
I don't have like a personal moment that's my favorite, but there is like nothing like the feeling like seeing her hit that shot and being on the bench and being able to, like, we were standing up. And I was actually laughing at myself seeing the video afterwards. I was standing on the sideline. I was like jumping up and down really fast. I saw you were like, yeah, I was looking at the clock. I was like, oh my god, I gotta get out there. I gotta go give her a hug. So like that was definitely the coolest moment in my 4 years here. So.
I locally have 2. Well, obviously it's that one, but because that one was just crazy. And then mine's also from Barrington. It's when we played them sophomore year, and I guarded Sophie Swanson at Fremd. And there was one play where she came down, and I kind of like tipped the ball, and she kind of like lost control, and then I like kind of just like dove on the floor and grabbed the ball, and she like put her arm in there, and she just kind of like ripped her off.
She threw her.
She like fell on the ground. That's my favorites. Yeah.
I also my sister hitting the free throws in the state game.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, just getting to play with her. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. As we wrap up, I want to ask, what's something that we might not know about each other? Maybe a funny story, a memory.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, I guess I'll say it. I was driving, and like this was last year, and I didn't stop at a stop sign, and then Greta gets a text from Yates, and it's like, tell your sister to stop at stop signs, and then, I don't know, that was it.
And he brought it up the next
you brought it
practice,
up all
too.
the time.
Yeah.
Yates always clocked me.
Yeah. Yates was so, like,
he was so funny.
like, unironic, like, it just,
Yeah. So was
funny,
Han,
like,
Han is like unironically like,
No, Han's like
yes.
ironically funny.
Yes.
Yates is like unironically funny.
The best thing, like, one thing I could think of was like when we would have Christmas practices as Yates would dress up as Santa.
oh my god.
Oh,
like,
and the TikTok, and then Sam got trampled.
Oh my goodness. And then we would have like 8 a.m. Christmas Eve practices.
Yeah.
It was so much
Oh,
Bruh.
and I put this on my senior night thing, but freshman year, yeah, we won our Christmas tournament, and Yates'
Oh, the
birthday is like right after Christmas, like the 27th maybe, and Anna Schmidt was a senior at the time. Somebody brought cupcakes, and he walked in the locker room, and she went and smashed in his face.
That's awesome.
What's the best piece of advice that Yates gave you guys?
Hold your follow through. Not actually that, but.
I can't even think of one. He was just so wise.
Well,
The
obviously
we
you
over
had
me is
over me.
one
Yeah.
that's like stuck with us. That was written. He wrote that on the board every game, and that was definitely something like we needed this year.
Yeah.
Especially that's something we really bought into at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
For sure.
Anything else?
I think we're good. So, thank you, all of you guys, for coming on the podcast.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on your second place in state. Make sure to follow and, watch and see what's coming next. So, thank you.